Welcome to my show. My name is Marcell Johnson, and this is a fitting experience.
Man, can y'all believe who I got next to me?
You know who it is.
Can y'all believe who I got next to me?
Dre Leez.
Dre Leez, bro. So, this is a local legend. If you're not from the city of Pittsburgh, his name is Dre Leez. Yeah. You feel me? He's a local legend. And also, man, he travels. That. Yeah, he's a local legend. We're going to give him his flyers today. You feel me? So, y'all already know who this is. If you're tuning into the show, you're from Pittsburgh, you know who Dre Leez is, man. So, father, entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Local legend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bro,
Appreciate
can you believe? Yeah, bro. Can you believe we made it to 2022?
Yeah, it's definitely
Some people didn't make it, bro.
A lot of people didn't make it.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
And not even just from COVID.
Facts. It was long before COVID.
Long before COVID, bro.
I give COVID, what, 2 years?
Just 2.
Yeah. This is like our everyday life.
Ooh, our everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
This is actually, before I was even able to talk, we've been losing people. You know what I mean? Before I was even born, you still had generations before us that was losing people.
Yeah.
And we still had family that we never even met that we lost. You know what I mean? Whether it was to the streets, drugs.
Yeah.
Maybe sickness, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of health issues, but
yeah,
definitely, yeah, violence and all. Yeah, we lost a lot of people.
That's so crazy, man, because me just thinking about, like, we're both from Homewood. So Homewood, if you're not from Pittsburgh, it's basically like a neighborhood that's full of poverty, drugs, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different things, murder, everything. And we're trying to change that narrative. And he actually started a business called One City, One Hood. And it's basically to be able to bring that empowerment and that positivity to the hood, but not just Homewood, but even other hoods. Yeah, even other hoods outside of that. And I think, like, something you said to me that registered with me was that there's family I never even got to meet because they were murdered, killed before I even had the opportunity to meet them. I don't even think about that a lot of times, but it's crazy you said it to me, bro. So I wanted to ask you, how does it feel to be a local legend? How does it feel to have people in your city, you know what I'm saying, respect you, they know you, you know what I'm saying, we giving you your flyers today. How does that feel, bro?
How could I even, okay. It actually
keep it a stack, too.
Okay. I don't look at myself as a legend. Honestly,
okay.
I just look at myself like a regular person, but I definitely appreciate that.
Humility.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I've been out here for a long time. Definitely experienced a lot. And it feels good to actually still be able to stand here after all these years, because a lot of people don't know what your average person that grew up in the neighborhood, what their goals would actually be.
Yeah.
And for me, it was, back then you have to try to, your goal was to make it to 16 years of age, then to 18, from 18 to 21, from 21 to 25, 25 to 30, then 30 to 40, and then to 50, and so on. So just to make it to even see past 30,
yeah,
I feel like I done made it for real, and not even like a millionaire or anything like that. I actually feel like I actually just made it out for real. Whether if I'm still showing face in that area,
yeah,
it feels great to even know that I'm still standing, still breathing, didn't lose my life, you know what I mean, and still able to tell a story to the youth who still needs to hear it for real,
yeah.
So that way we could try to push them in a better route than what we seen.
What were some of your goals that you had?
That was my actual goal, was to make it to those ages. But I also had other goals, such as like sports, you know, every kid's dream, but.
And he raps. Like, you know what I'm saying? He raps. He's trying to hold back. I'm going to let y'all know, man, he raps. You know, I know being an artist, was one of your dreams too, one of your aspirations?
Definitely, because I used to, just like how everybody do now, you would
Yeah.
look at your television and stuff like that and be like, oh, well, that's what I want. That's our way of making it out. Like, we
Yeah.
should try to find anything that will help us make it out.
Facts.
So I thought that was a route to make it out. You know what I mean? But now I just look at it like it's just something to do.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's no longer a dream of mine. I
It's
feel like,
now like a form. It's like artistic expression.
right.
You can express yourself
Yeah.
artistically.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, actually, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, in all types of ways.
Yeah.
Through art, such as drawing pictures, paintings,
Yup.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, all types of stuff for however you use as a cope. You know what I mean, however you cope with it. Yeah, that's.
Listen, man, y'all understand. I'm actually excited that I got Dre here. Like, I just keep looking like,
It feels
man.
great to be here.
I just
you know
know
what I
you've been
mean?
through so much, bro, and me looking at you, you know what I mean, my family is on here, but I wanted to ask you, what do you think it is about you that other people really love and appreciate? Like, what resonates about you?
I'm actually there for a lot of people,
Yeah.
even strangers, like
Yeah.
people that I never met day in life. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do personal turkey giveaways on Thanksgiving for families that really does not have much, and I don't even have much, and I never came from much either.
Yeah.
But if I have it to give it, you got
Give
it.
it.
You know what I mean? And same thing with Christmas. Like, I want to say not this year that just passed, because there was a lot of stuff that was going on, but the year before that, I bought like 72 pair of shoes for kids.
This is what I'm saying, man.
Just helping out families. Like, if you don't got it, and if I do, I'm gonna try to make sure you have. Like, you know what I mean, I'm gonna make sure that my kids have, regardless. You know what I mean? As long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna make sure my kids is good. So as long as God bless me with whatever, you know what I mean, He puts my way,
Yeah.
I have to do what I gotta do. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was gonna say. I think it really is your love, because he gives genuine love to people, even strangers. You know what I mean? And growing up in a hood, that's looked at as weak. You're soft. You're weak if you're showing love. But that's nothing but the plan of the devil to try to get you to hate and basically kill yourself from the inside out.
Right.
But he changed that narrative, and he was able to use any type of platform God's given him to show love. And I really think that's what makes people just gravitate towards you, makes people respect you. And that's ultimately how you became a local legend, bro. So I wanted to say, what do you think is different from the new Dre and the old Dre?
Well, the old Dre didn't. I would, the old Dre would just sit around the hood and just sit around the hood and worry about negative things and not worry about what's going to actually. I mean, I wasn't worried about what was going to happen tomorrow. I was always worried about what was going to happen today, and I was still stuck in yesterday. Now, today,
Wow,
the new me, I'm more so focusing on my kids seeing tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I felt like I lived my life by making it to 30. So now I want my kids to be able to make it to that as well. But I want them to actually follow through with their goals and stuff like that.
Do y'all see what we go through in the black community to have a goal to be like just 30 years old? That's something that a lot of people who's privileged don't really understand that mindset. And that's why, man, there's so many conversations that need to be had to break, you know what I mean, to break the stereotype and the narrative around black people, especially when it comes to mental health. But I wanted to say, what do you think it was about you to break out of toxic behavior and toxic people around you to be able to create a new mindset? Because you can't have that mindset and get to where you're at if you just took on everybody around you. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I looked at a lot of things. Like, there's stuff that you can't get in jail. There's stuff that you can't get when you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically like, that's the main two things that we was actually looking at growing up. So
Facts.
there was something else that I always wanted. You know what I mean? I mean, whenever I was young, it was always about the girls. You know what I mean? It was about trying to have a couple of dollars, just do whatever. So I didn't want to be your average dirty, young looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, who got to be stuck in jail with nobody and all of that. So I'm like, let's try to find a better route. So therefore, I try to use music, try other things. You know what I mean? That's what it was.
So I think that you did an incredible job by being able to take that mindset, and basically God's hand was on you. I just feel like you're chosen. God chose you? Because you was in so many situations where you could have died.
many.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would see bro at the after hour at the, you know what I'm saying, in the spot. And I just know that he was just in so many situations at the trap, just everywhere where stuff could have really happened, but God always kept his hand on you.
And it's crazy because there's a lot of stuff that did happen.
Yeah.
Whenever I would be like damn near right there.
Yeah.
But I was able to make it out of there.
Every time.
Yeah.
So you know God got his hand on you.
Definitely.
It's something serious. Yeah, he's special.
Definitely.
God got his hand on Dre, man. So I wanted to say being a dad can be tough.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Being a
It
parent, period.
Being a parent doesn't come with no manual.
So I wanted to ask you, what is something that you didn't know about being a dad that you know now?
Like right now, I still don't even know how to raise girls. Like I'm trying my best to,
Come
you know
on.
what I mean, to do what I can with girls.
Come
like
on.
I'm not a woman, so that's the hardest thing. I didn't have my father there 100%. Like my granddad was there, couple of my uncles was there, but they still had their own thing that they had to do. So, and my mom's not a man, so she can't, really do. She tried to do what she could. So, about me growing up, my life experiences, I'm just trying to show them that I could be a better father than what I received.
Yeah.
And also, give them a better game than, as far as what I came up on.
Than what you got.
Yeah.
So tell somebody at home right now who's a father who's not really taking care of their kids, and basically tell them and express to them the importance of being there. Even if you know you're not perfect, even if you know you can't really do everything for them, just being there makes a difference.
It does. And I'm not even going to lie, like, there was times where I wasn't there for mans, but it wasn't by choice.
Yeah.
But never give up. That's my, never give up. Just keep trying. That's all you can do, because whenever they see you keep trying without giving up, they'll do the same thing as far as whenever it comes to their time to being a father, or just showing them that never giving up in life, period. So by you not giving up on your kids, they won't give up on life, period.
Your kids won't give up on life because you won't give up on them. And you know what? That's true, because like my dad just passed away, but having a mom who always believes in me, pushes me, it does something to me. So having a dad that pushes you, just believing in you, will push your kids to a different level. That's so true. I never thought about that, like from a parent's perspective. I wanted to ask you like about the business. I wanted to kind of get into the mindset that it took to be able to create that business.
Actually, I used to be in the studio with like a couple people from different neighborhoods for real.
Yeah.
And we would all just sit around, we all make music together, the whole nine. So now we was all sitting there like, well, let's come up with a compilation and make something happen. But then nobody ain't know exactly what to bring everybody out at the same time. So we're like, what the hell could we call it? So I'm thinking, I had to work it out a little bit. I'm like, well, one city, one hood. You know what I mean? And then now I started to look at it like, all right, well, this is how it is with one city, one hood for me. It was more so a movement, and then I brought the clothing later. But the actual movement of it was one city, one hood. It's self-explanatory, and it represents. You look at, let's take Pittsburgh for instance. You look at Pittsburgh as your actual neighborhood, and all the neighborhoods that everybody's claiming, such as Homewood, The Hill, Garfield.
Wilkinsburg.
You look at that as your next door neighbor. And we all under one neighborhood, which is the city. So I want everybody to look at their actual city. In any city, it doesn't matter where you're at, New York, wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Look at your actual city as your actual neighborhood. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
Look at all the neighborhoods that everybody was claiming, all the sets and all that. Look at that as your next door neighbor. You know what I mean? Everybody should be good with their neighbors, you feel me?
Yeah, like that's so fire, because like, I'm all about reading the Bible. I love the gems and the wisdom that it brings me. And basically one thing that God always speaks about is oneness, unity. And he says like there's a power, there's like a supernatural power and grace and prosperity over anybody, even if it's a husband, a wife, brother and sister. Where there's unity, there's power. The Bible actually says that where there's unity, God commands a blessing. So the fact that you're saying one city, one hood, you're bringing people together, and what's going to ultimately happen is they're going to be blessed. So you're like leading them down a direction and be blessed. And that's like God, that's a Bible verse that you don't even probably know. But it's just God moving on you, getting you to be able to put people in positions to be blessed, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like when you're a child of God, even if you're not reading the Bible every day, even if you're not going to church, he'll find a way to still use you. How often do you find God using you?
Daily.
Daily. In what ways?
In all ways, there's no limit for real.
Yeah.
There's no limit. I mean, you gotta think about it. You wake up every day. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You gotta take these kids to school. Meaning you're still able to move.
You're being used. That's still God using you.
You have the ability to drive. You have the ability to walk. You have the ability to breathe, eat, the whole nine. There's a lot of people who can't do that. Like, there's some people who still, their ways of eating is drinking from a straw.
Wow.
There's what, you know what I mean?
Wow.
But you're still able to open your mouth. You're still able to speak. You could listen. All, you know what I mean? All the above. There's a lot of people who still can't read. There's a lot of people who can't see.
Come on.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that. So yeah, I would say he's using you in every way. Yeah, every way I would put it like that. There's no limit.
He basically just using you.
Basically.
Like all the time.
Basically, yeah.
And see, the fact he knows that, a lot of times people don't express that. And that's why I love this show. That's why I love this platform that God gave me, because I'm able to bring that to the light. There's no other time that you really would be telling nobody like, yeah, God's using me every day for real. But platforms and stuff like this gives people that opportunity.
The main issue about that is people have too much pride.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And they look at it like giving grace is like the wrong thing, because
Yeah.
they want to look at it like, oh, well, being a hood nigga is the best thing.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's the worst.
Ooh, get into
That's
it, bro.
the
Why
worst.
you say it's
That's
the worst?
The reason why I say it's the worst is because you don't really know what you're signing up for when you step off that porch. You know what I mean? They don't look at it like, oh, maybe I can lose my life. Maybe I could be hurting my loved ones. I mean, those are selfish acts. You know what I mean? And I had experience by having those selfish acts. And so I had to really see who was actually there for me.
Yeah.
The streets don't love you. The streets don't love you, man.
Streets don't love you,
They just
bro.
create turmoil. That's it. You know what I mean? Streets don't love you at all. I mean, of course, it's easy to get in them, but it's hard to get out of them.
Why you think it's so hard to get out of the streets once you're in there?
It's just like signing your life away. When you sign your life, when you sign your name on that dotted line, you there, you stuck. You know what I mean? Now, it's gonna be up to you to push forward extra hard to get out of there. You know what I mean? It takes hard work to actually get out of there. It's nothing good. Like,
I think, to me, whenever you get into the streets and you do that, like, I was right on the tip of that iceberg, and I think God just had his hand on me and pushed me to the other direction. And I think what he showed me at a young age was that when you get in it, you get so addicted to it, it becomes a lifestyle where you don't know nothing else but that.
Right.
And then when it's time to come out of it, you don't really know how to navigate in the world because you spent so much time in that world. And then you just keep going back to it. That's why people get out of jail and they get out and go right back to, why do you think?
It's not even, it can be that,
Yeah.
but it's more so, like I said, it's hard to get out whenever you dealing with the system, period.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
facts.
They'll give you this amount of time, put you on paper. That's it right there. Whenever they put you on paper, that's it right there.
The paper is like the curse.
You slip up one time, you sneeze wrong, going right back.
Oh, they can't wait to get you too.
Yeah. They don't.
That's so crazy. And most of the prison systems are filled with black people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Let's get into that. So I think just the way that the whole system is set up for neighborhoods when it comes to black people is like set up for destruction. But I think it's people like you, it's people like me, where we really make a difference and break that stereotype and come out of that darkness into that light. Right. That's why I said, man, Dre got to come on the show. I got to honor him. I got to lift you up, bro. I need for people to know that you're out here, boots on the ground, making a difference, bro. And I just really want to tell you that I'm really proud of you.
Appreciate
like,
that.
You know what I mean? I looked
that.
up to that and I seen that, and it showed me like, okay, there's a different alternative way to live, even though you're still from the hood. And you still be in the hood. You still like, you know what I'm saying? You got respect. You don't act funny, but you just make the difference, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I came from. So I'm not going to just turn my back, you know what I mean, for nobody. I'm not going to turn my back on nobody.
Yeah.
That's just me. I don't look down on nobody. None of that. I still feel like I'm the same as you. You feel me?
So hold up, I wanted to ask you this. Music is a way that you used to express yourself in the past. You used to write, you used to rap, right? How do you
I'm still right here.
I was gonna say, how do you express yourself now creatively?
Talking to the youth.
Oh, okay.
Talking to the
That's
youth.
fire.
And I'm just hoping that
That's fire.
that message actually gets through them and gets embedded in their brain versus one ear and out the other. I mean, as long as I'm able to deliver a message somehow, some way to them, I feel like, I made a successful move.
Yeah, you're expressing yourself. And that's
Yeah.
what I do. Like, I'm a public speaker, and I go into schools and talk to kids. And I didn't even know that you were on that type time. So
Yeah.
now I could bring you out to the schools, have you tell your
Cool.
testimony, stuff like that. That's official, bro. I love that for you. So you don't write no more or nothing like that?
I'm still right here and there.
Yeah.
I even ghostwrite for a couple people in and out of town.
You ghostwrite?
Yeah.
Cause you do be traveling, bro.
Yeah, I
Would you
travel a
move
lot.
Would you move out of Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I have done it before. And
Oh,
I'll
yeah?
do it again. Yeah.
Where would you move to?
Um.
Like, what are a couple spots you would think about?
West Coast for sure.
Yeah, like Cali. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you be
Cali.
out Cali, bro. That's another thing, bro. Go out Cali. He do his thing out there.
Yeah.
You travel. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I travel a lot.
So you would move to Cali. Where else?
I'll go to Cali, North Carolina,
Yeah.
somewhere where it ain't too crazy with the weather,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So let me ask you this. So like none of us are promised tomorrow. I could wake up tomorrow, be dead. Like you said, we're setting goals just to be 30 and 40, 50. If something was to happen to you and you were to die, what is something you would want your kids to know? And you can look at that camera and tell them.
That what I would want my kids to know is that Daddy tried as hard as he could to make sure they in the position that I left them to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't just. I mean, I made sure everything's set up to where they're gonna be good. I mean, if something was to happen to me tomorrow, they'll be straight. They ain't gotta want for nothing. They gotta ask somebody for nothing. Yeah, and that's what everybody need to have that mentality as well. I mean, make sure your kid is straight first. And make sure your family's straight first. So that way, if anything does happen to you, because we're not promised tomorrow, I mean, there's nothing that could actually. I mean, you ain't got to worry about nothing going wrong. I mean, especially whenever it comes to your legacy that you leave behind.
Yeah. And that basically you love them. They could do whatever they want to do. You believe in them.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Let's go, man. All right, so I want to play a game, bro. All right, so this is a game. I like to play a game with the guests, and I like to basically accommodate them and kind of finesse it and put them on the spot and throw them off guard a little bit. So I know that you freestyle. And I know that you rap. You freestyle. So I need you to freestyle, bro, for me, but you can't use profanity.
You know what's crazy about that, though, that you say that, though?
What?
I actually made a whole tape with no profanity.
For real?
Facts. It's called People Deserve. It was a long time ago. But,
Wow.
Yeah, but the music, we ain't going that.
You not gonna do it, bro? So you basically not gonna do the game, bro? You're not gonna give us one line, just one line from it.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Bro said negative. I'm not.
trying to push that to the
You pushing the music to the back. All right, bet. I'm gonna let you slide because you family. You feel me? I'm gonna let you.
Well,
I'm gonna let you go on that one. All right, so listen, bro. I wanted to say every single time that I close my show out, I always like to ask people words of wisdom. So I like to ask them, like, what is your mantra? What is something that you stand by, you live by? Just leave the people off with some last words.
For real, what I stand by is the people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I do a lot of things for. I mean, it's for the youth mostly. I mean, because a lot of kids, I don't want them to grow up the way I did. I didn't come up in a two-parent home. Yeah, I mean, I want everybody to be different. Yeah, I mean, and the best thing I could say is follow your dreams and goals. Like, don't let nobody tell you that you can't. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. That's just what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
So one thing you said, though, is be yourself, be different. How important is expressing your individuality?
Because
not being like a follower.
Right. It's just like being in the streets. You do become a follower.
Facts.
You fall victim to a lot of stuff at that. I mean, you don't want to be listed as no rat, so therefore you got to take a lot of rap.
Yeah.
You don't want to. I mean, it's a lot of things that you don't want to do. You don't want to be the next person shot. You know what I mean? And some people might think that it's cool. Like, we used to have people that would come from the suburbs to come down to the hood, and those be the first ones that die.
Ain't that crazy, bro? They always wanted to be from the hood. Meanwhile, everybody from the hood's trying to
get their life.
We trying to get your life. You trying to get the bro?
Yeah.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like Penn Hills, like Monroe, them gateway boys. It's like everybody wanted to come to the hood. Meanwhile, we want to come to y'all crib.
Yeah, like I mean, let me come stay at night at your crib. Let me see what y'all got. Like,
let's eat your food. Like y'all got pools, y'all got cars. You know what I'm saying? They had the best. Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Don't get it twisted though. Being in the hood though, like I said before, try to find every positive and every negative situation.
Facts.
So we had our own swimming pool, which was right up the street from your crib.
Oh yeah, fact. He said right up the street from your
We
crib.
did. We had the Homewood pool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely had the Homewood
We had
pool.
the YMCA where we go hoop the whole nine.
Yeah.
Lift weights, whatever. We had a lot of stuff.
We still had stuff.
Yeah, we still got. Yeah,
Yeah,
we still got a lot of
and
stuff.
I still be going to that Y in the hood. I still go to the Y.
I haven't been because it's like, I mean, I wasn't going there a lot back since I was back then as I was a kid because you know how they switched it around. But whenever I did get older, I was going to that gym. And I started to work out a little bit. And then I went to, I used to go to Dana's Bakery. I was doing that.
Bro, they had the best.
Yeah, I was going there since I was a kid. Now, this is the messed up part about it.
What's up?
I would go there all the time.
Right
before I go work out.
Right.
And then I would go to work because I was working at the library.
Okay, right there in Homewood.
Yeah.
Homewood Library.
You know, everything's Homewood. So
let's go.
They had accused me of robbing them.
Dana's Bakery?
Yeah. What? I sat in jail for a month and a half.
Bro, when was this?
This was in September of 2013.
Bro, I never knew that.
It was all over the news.
They accused you of that?
Yeah, they accused me of stealing $80.
$80, bro? So what really happened to the $80?
Honestly, I don't know what happened to none of that. For I don't even believe that it actually happened.
You think they just lied?
Hey, look, the day that they had supposedly had got robbed.
Yeah.
Was I had the night before that, my little cousin was murdered.
Okay.
So I didn't even want to do anything that next day, but I had to go to a mandatory session at my job, which is in Oakland though.
Okay.
I mean, because that's where the main library was at. So we had a mandatory session in Oakland. So I had to go there. It was I want to say it was a Tuesday. I had to go there that Tuesday.
Okay.
And they had said that's whenever, I guess that was the day of the robbery.
Yeah.
I didn't go work out or nothing. I went to the mandatory session, and then I think I went home or somewhere else. Or no, I had went to my aunt's because, like I said, my little cousin was murdered.
Come on, get that story.
Right after that, what was it? That very next day, I went to Dana's Bakery. The next day after they had supposedly got robbed.
You was nowhere to even be found.
I wasn't nowhere near that area that Tuesday.
You came the next day.
And I went that Wednesday. I go in there, go grab my normal. I was going to go work out, but I didn't even go work out. I ended up sitting outside of Dana's Bakery for a minute, talking to my granddad.
Right.
So me and my granddad's talking. Actually, my truck had just got broken into as well. My truck had got broken into. Somebody stole my pistol out of there. So me and my granddad sitting there talking, literally. We're talking outside of Dana's Bakery, not thinking of nothing.
Right.
I didn't even know that the clerk came outside the bakery, took a picture of my license plate. I was so relaxed, like I didn't do nothing, so I wasn't thinking about nothing. I wasn't even paying attention to him to even come do that. I leave, so it's time to go to my little cousin's funeral. I'm glad I went to the wake the day before. I get arrested the same day of the funeral. I'm about to be headed over there to the funeral. I'm on the phone with one of my little cousins, talking to him, I'm about to go to the funeral. They box me in. I tell them, like, it looked like they about to hit somebody's crib. They coming deep as hell.
Meanwhile,
they there for me. They said, put your hands up. I'm looking like.
Boy said, meanwhile, they're there for me.
I'm like, hold up. I'm like, yo, I think, at first I'm like, they about to run in somebody's crib right now.
Yeah,
I seen them looking,
yeah.
because whenever they rode past, I bring my dog outside. I see them rap past looking hard as hell on my truck. My truck was parked across the street. I see them posted on the corner. I'm like, oh, so they there for the funeral, because the funeral was right around the corner from the crib. So I'm like, all right.
And sometimes they'll come and pull up at the funeral and just.
So they were just sitting there on the corner. So I'm like, oh, they there for. So I get to my truck willingly. Before I could even start, I didn't even start my car up yet. And I'm still on the phone. I see them coming from both ways. I'm like, yeah, they're about to hit somebody's house. They're like. I'm like, they like, for real? They like, where you at? I'm like, I'm right in front of my crib, literally. I'm sitting in my truck across the street. And the only reason why I parked across the street because of street cleaning. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, they about to run in somebody's crib.
He got the story. This how you know he telling the truth, because bro's giving us detail to the story. He said, I wouldn't even have stole $80. I would have just gave it to him,
I would have gave him $80. Man,
that's
they
crazy.
Had guns pointed at me. I said, oh, I think y'all got the wrong guy. I gave them my ID. They said, oh, yeah, no, we got the right guy. I'm like, what the hell?
This is what I mean when I say he been through so much stuff, man. But Bro, I want to thank you for coming to the show. I got to thank you again, bro, because I really appreciated it. And your interview was fire. Like, so many people's going to be able to take gems out of this. You know what I'm saying? And I just thank you, bro. Is there any last words you want to say?
Man, stay away from the streets, man. That's my main thing. Stay away from the streets.
Yeah.
Be the best that you can be.
Yeah.
Like, be the best person that you could be. You know what I mean? And also try to be a mentor to the youth. Because at the end of the day, they the future.
Period. So y'all already know, man, every single show I say the same thing. My words of wisdom is, it's time. Find freedom. It's time.
Find God.
Let's go. Peace, man. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
A fitting experience.